everybody. We are back. My first guest tonight is a cast member on Saturday Night Live. Let's take a look at the man in action.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. As of 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, American planes have begun bombing sorties inside Iraq. We are now at war. I'm just kidding. I bet my approval rating just went through the roof for a second there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Darrell Hammond. I love that little, the little sincere, what is it, what do you call it, the Clinton switch at the end?
Clinton switch. I noticed it when I visited him at the White House. He'll be talking to someone, he'll go, just, you know,
it shows that he's sincere and that he cares.
Well, he's very sincere. Plus, he'll be like working a crowd, and this guy's funny, but this guy's sad. He's
I understand, in addition to Clinton, you performed, this is a little strange, you performed as Ted Koppel for Ted Koppel.
Yeah.
When was this? Was this last week?
This is actually a couple weeks ago, and was a tribute here in New York with Sam Donaldson and the whole ABC News, and a lot of people from CBS were there. And someone put me up to, you know, I went in the full Koppel drag, and it's real weird, though. You know, he's scarier than Clinton, in a way. I mean,
Koppel is scarier?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what it is. He's got this 1,000-yard stare look about him. He's just, you know, I started to do jokes, and I was like, and all I could say was, "Are you mad at me?" And
he said it in his voice?
That's all I could say. "Are you mad at me?" And he went, "No, I'm not mad at you." And then he like stole the show. He grabbed the mic and he turned to Roone Arledge, who was his boss at ABC, and he said, "Roone, you cheap bastard, if you paid me a living wage, I could afford a decent rug like this one."
Sort of stole the show from you, huh?
Pretty good joke.
He's an intimidating guy, I would think.
He is a very intimidating guy, and but see, it was lightened up a lot because you had Sam Donaldson there. I interrupted Sam Donaldson, who was in the middle of his speech, and Ted and I started talking to something, and Donaldson's like, "But what about me? I was getting to my favorite part of my story. I was getting to the funny part. Just a minute now."
And he was at...
Well, he was like, "Why does this always happen to me, Koppel? Tell him about that time we chartered a jet."
We had him here. We had him here on, when was he here? Tuesday, Andy?
I think so.
He was here on like Tuesday, and he is Spock from Star Trek. He was just sitting there staring at
your thunder. Come here. I'm going to put rabbit ears behind your head.
He's a goofball.
He's extremely deliberate, too, but he was nice.
Do these impressions ever cause you problems in your personal life? Do you ever try and use them, you know, to gain advantage, so to speak?
Well, no, I don't, but I mean, you know, one of the things I always wanted to be in show business for was that gratuitous sex. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, boy, do I.
I want...
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have the cut-off shirt with the sleeves cut out, and like, you know, and...
Yeah. No, but, Andy and I, the gratuitous sex, that's what we got into it for.
Right, sure, and we all do.
Yeah.
But then...
And you know what? In 4 years, nothing has happened.
Me either. And they're not the most wholesome women you might want to meet. Like, I met this girl...
Wholesome women don't give gratuitous sex.
I know. That's what I'm finding out.
No, Andy, there is one. I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
Go ahead.
This one girl, I really liked her a lot, and I thought she liked me, but she was nuts, and I guess I called her on the phone. She gave me her number, and she was like wanting me to talk to her like Clinton. Phone sex, which is bizarre and low.
Wait, she really, you're not kidding around, she really asked you?
She wanted me to talk to, and then she like started panting. And,
does she speak English, this woman? What was that?
And what could I do? I did the only thing I thought I could do. I said, "I feel your pain." I swear to God.
And it all worked out just fine.
Worked out just fine.
What about, I understand we have something in common, because I used to work with John Lovitz when I worked on Saturday Night Live years ago, but he just did the show again, came back as the host.
Right.
And you worked with the guy. What was he like? Did you
Well, I actually met him in Los Angeles over the summer. He came up and tapped me on the shoulder. Excuse me. I understand you do me. I said, no, I'm afraid I do not. And he was like, no, I want you to do me for me. John Lovitz. There's a big emphasis on he goes, you got to get the hand, John Lovitz.
Did you end up hanging out with him a lot?
No, I just spoke with him for a couple of minutes, and then he was done with me. Met Eddie Murphy over the summer. He was pretty cool. That was my biggest compliment with Eddie Murphy. He was like, I just want to say your stuff is freakish. It's so weird because they sound like themselves. You know?
Yeah.
And you don't.
That is the weird thing. Yeah.
And you don't expect them to. I saw Frank Gifford on the street the other night, and I heard him talking to Kathy Lee.
What were they doing? Were they just in a restaurant?
I guess they were going up to the Rainbow Room or something, and he's sounding so much like himself, and I just wanted to go up to him and go, I can do it too. I just want to say, a beautiful night in California as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday Night Football. Hello again, everyone. Frank Gifford along with Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf. Now, that would be on the channel that needs jokes that need a punchline.
No, we had one or two of those. Don't worry.
I didn't know if you'd seen that channel.
I've seen that channel, yeah. Trust me.
We've lived that channel a number of times.
We're real cozy in that channel.
Gags minus the funny stuff.
You do. I mean, you know, your impressions are great, incredibly accurate, but I think my all-time favorite, and I know I always bug you to do it, is Donahue.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I was wondering if you'd favor us with a little Donahue. And before you do, I want to make sure I just mention tomorrow night, Saturday Night Live, this is going to be interesting. New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is the host with musical guest Sarah McLachlan. That sounds like a very interesting show. Yeah. Everyone should watch that.
Yes.
And I thought maybe you could just, I don't know, take us out tonight with a little Donahue.
All right. You want me to do it here? You want me to go out?
I don't know. Whatever. What do you need to do? You want to do it out there? Okay, so
why do all you crack babies bitch and moan? Oh my! Here's Daddy's working 40 hours a week as a mule for the Corsican Mafia, and all of a sudden you're saying, "Oh, poor me." I mean, come on. We'll be back in just a moment.